Okay, so that was 1999 Montreal World Championships. I'd won a lot of World Cup races that year. I certainly was probably the dominant athlete, and I was tired and wanted to go home, homesick. Our World Championship that year in Montreal was at the end of the year, and I remember going to my coach and just saying, "Oh, I've had a great year, I'm done, I want to go home." And he was like, "You got to be kidding, you've got the biggest race, of your career about to come up, and you should win it. Why would you want to go home?" And I just was like, "Oh, I'm tired. I just really want to go home." I was homesick. So we sat down and worked out. He sent me away to a race that was a little local race in Switzerland. And he said, whatever prize money you win, because a lot of the time they'd pay you the cash, euro, Swiss francs. And he said, whatever money you win, I want you to go shopping, because he knew I love shopping, and just spend it all, because this is a race you haven't planned for. I don't want you putting it in the bank. I want you to go to the race, have a great time, and spend the money. So I did exactly that. I think I won 3,000 Swiss francs. And I went shopping in Lausanne and I just had a blast for a few days with, my teammates, shouted them a couple of pairs of boots and stuff as well. So we had a great time. It just sort of was something different for me to get my, lift my energy back and get my motivation back. So Montreal Worlds I found it very nerve-wracking going in as the favourite, but yeah, kept it under control enough to win. The swim, I didn't have a great swim. I was a bit behind. I remember Niki Hackett, I think she was really flying, and usually be the two of us together, but I wasn't on her feet. I was a bit of a way back and there were a few other girls between us. So I had to work really super hard, I reckon the last 300, 400 metres of that swim, to get out with Niki, because the plan was for her and I to work together. It was a dead flat, fast course. But we were both riding really well and knew that if we worked together with maybe one or two others, swim bikers from the other countries, that we should get away. Again, we had a lot of runners, Makani, Jackie Gallagher, McKeely, all the girls were, there. The bike went pretty much to plan. We got a pack and we got away and we rode really well. Coming down to the run, I knew I was running well. I actually remember Luke was there at that race, and I think he ran the whole 10 kilometres with me that day, because Jackie was catching throughout that whole run, making a little bit of ground. Last 5K, she was making a bit more ground. But yeah, I managed to hold on. But the special thing about that year, obviously, was finishing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the Aussie girls, which has never been repeated. And it was just a huge celebration for us all, because the Olympics were the year after, so we thought we were in with a pretty good chance. Yeah, look, I had a lot of respect for the way those girls raced. I think it had gotten to the point where I knew that they were chasing me, and I think my training had, cemented that. So it wasn't really a fear of whether or not they would probably get ahead of me. It was whether or not my race would pan out the way it needed to win it, because, I never won a race from behind. So certainly, bar any mishaps on the course, I knew I just had to put 1, 2, 3 together and do it well, and that came together really nicely. But yeah, Jackie was definitely on that day. I probably wasn't expecting Jackie to be in second, but Emma was, not far behind her either. So it felt great, though, to be on top of the pack of those girls, but I feel like we did that together. It wasn't really me standing out as first. I really felt like it was the 5 of us, as a team.